First question I'd like to ask you is, do you have any kids?
No.
2.
No, I don't.
No.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do too.
Do you think the media can influence a child's behavior?
Definitely.
Definitely qualified, yes.
I don't think so, no.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I think it impacts them to an extent, but not really drastically.
Can and does, yes.
You know, I think a lot of it is what they see at home, see at school, not necessarily the media.
You can listen to a kid's speech and you can tell what kind of music he's listening to.
They're always talking about murder, they're always talking about drugs, they're talking about every kind of violence.
Why the media may have the potential to do it, that it doesn't happen with the proper parenting. Proper parenting has far more influence than anything like a media.
It appears a lot more is on, television year by year. We see more things we didn't used to be able to see.
I know as a kid, for me, a lot of my ideas and my actions were based on what I saw on TV or heard on the news or on the radio or anything like that.
My son goes to school and hears all about it and wants to talk about it and stuff. He's only 8.
Do kids mimic what they see on TV?
Oh, yes. Yes.
No, I think that all stems from home too.
Absolutely.
I think that their behavior is their parents' responsibility, not the game or like any other form of media.
I definitely think it affects the way they act and how they look at things. Stuff like that, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, acting on a certain way, but they were aware that it wasn't for real. They knew it was make-believe.
Superman. And thinking I could fly. Like jumping off like the side of my house or something with an umbrella or just, just doing stupid stuff. You see stuff in the movies and you think as a kid, especially as a kid, you can actually do, or you're hoping to do what what you see in the movies.
They're repetitious in their behavior. They repeat what they see.
Garbage in, garbage out, basically.
Is there a media case that comes to mind when you think of violent media and children?
Yeah, those high school shootings, the college shooting, Virginia Tech. Yeah, definitely.
It seems like the Columbine.
Virginia Tech, that was the first thing that popped through my head when you were asking the question.
I'd say Columbine. That Virginia Tech shooting.
A case or a few cases of children that were playing the violent video games like Grand Theft Auto, and they become, they play it and your character is violent to people, and it kind of, I believe, desensitizes them in a way that they go out, after the fact. It's I guess, it doesn't make them do this, but it's easier to maybe do these kinds of crimes really without thinking about it.
Should the government censor media?
I don't think it's right.
Yeah.
No.
All of television.
I think they should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
No, I think that all stems from home too.
Absolutely. Absolutely, without a doubt.
The parents should be the ones monitoring it.
So I think the government should moderate really all aspects of the media, even the violence that's shown on television. These kids can watch on their local news. They definitely can get off the internet.
I honestly believe that that's my call, not the government's. I'll do any censoring my kids need to have done.
And what are your thoughts on the current rating system regarding video games and movies?
I don't have any complaints.
It's too lenient.
I don't know. It doesn't really affect me. I mean, I've never, not been able to buy anything because of the rating.
There should be age limits like they have rated for certain age groups. I think that's good enough. That covers it.
Only to an extent should the ratings, I think they should be very, very clear on what's in the film. I don't think it should be just, rated R and have a very broad base. There could be anything, you're not really knowing what you're going to get.
I think that's good, but I also think that if kids aren't supposed to see it, they're still going to get it by some way, shape, or form. People are going to get it for them, and.
But I think over the years, what the government used to call like a PG or even a PG-17 or PG-13. Back when I was a kid, those were R.
Maybe a friend that has an older sibling that gets the game and they burn it and they get the game without the parents knowing. I think nowadays kids need parent involvement.
Yeah.
And a lot of them go astray, maybe single families or what have you, and I think you should be aware of what your child does and aware of what goes on, and not live in a shell where nothing like that could happen to my child, because it can.
My son's best friend, who's 8, has that one car game that Grand Theft Auto. Kids should not have that kind of game. You know, they're saying it's the worst game out there, but 8-year-old has it. You know, that shouldn't be allowed.